The mortal sin of the narcissist, which will never be forgiven and will receive severe punishment in hell. Engaging in a relationship with a narcissist, characterized by grandiosity, a lack of empathy, and a craving for adulation, can be calamitous. Victims find themselves grappling with profound emotional trauma, leaving them bewildered, wounded, and struggling to move forward. The impact on mental and emotional well-being can be devastating, often requiring years for recovery. Navigating relationships with narcissists proves challenging for numerous reasons, primarily due to their inherent unfairness. Instead of taking responsibility for their actions, narcissists typically shift blame onto others. Employing tactics like deception and gaslighting, they manipulate victims into questioning their reality, intensifying emotional suffering, and leaving them feeling lost and powerless. Narcissists exhibit a swift and heartless approach when discarding their victims. Their ability to disregard and treat them as disposable is both astonishing and repulsive. Victims grapple with confusion and pain as they attempt to make sense of the situation. Narcissists, with their callous attitudes, view others merely as tools to fulfill their desires, a perspective that is not only appalling, but also difficult to comprehend. In our upcoming discussion, we'll delve into the 7 deadly sins committed by narcissists and explore how they rationalize their destructive behavior. If you're keen on staying informed and continuing this dialogue, hit the subscribe button for regular updates. Your subscription contributes to raising awareness and fostering ongoing conversations. Narcissists, particularly, embody the epitome of emotional vampires. These individuals thrive on consuming your humanity, integrity, and the essence of being a thinking, feeling human being. The power they derive from bullying, intimidating, controlling, and abusing others becomes a twisted source of satisfaction. Yet, this satisfaction comes at a staggering cost, the sacrifice of one's own life. What exactly are you forfeiting? The ability to think clearly, distinguish between dreams and reality, and process new information slips away. Your perspective and mentality undergo a profound shift. You find yourself unable to remember who you truly are, and the narcissist remains indifferent to this destructive transformation. Their sole focus revolves around satiating their insatiable hunger for power and material gains. The second greatest sin, extreme gaslighting. Every detail you shared with them, your emotions, and your perception of them were intentionally distorted. Why? The narcissist's motive is clear: to manipulate the narrative you present. By controlling your story, they gain leverage to coerce you into actions you wouldn't otherwise take and make you accept things you wouldn't normally embrace. They wrap you in their psychic energy, tightening their grip until your understanding of yourself, them, reality, and the world becomes distorted, reshaped, and molded. The narcissist's sinister objective: to have you under their influence, relying on you financially and emotionally, all while assigning blame for things you had no involvement in and taking credit for your accomplishments. Allowing someone else to wield such control over your life, leading you to treat yourself poorly, lose your self-worth, and forget your true identity and principles, is utterly unacceptable. Ignorance stands as the third cardinal sin. Narcissists exhibit remarkable precision in assessing their own desires and needs. They recognize that kindness, respect, introspection, and accountability are essential qualities. However, this realization eludes them. Despite possessing the capacity to take initiative, they remain oblivious. Reflect on the moments when the narcissist expressed concern about the potential termination of the relationship or the loss of control over you. During those times, they adjusted their attitude and demeanor to appear more approachable. The puzzling aspect is why individuals would act in a way they knew was necessary to sustain the connection. Aware of your need for respect, understanding, compassion, presence, intentionality, love, and care to nurture the relationship, they still compelled you to plead for these essential elements. Countless positive elements contribute to the growth of a relationship, yet they deliberately withheld access to everything you clearly communicated as vital. When faced with an inability to control you directly, they turned to a smear campaign. Even after their lies were exposed, they persisted, eroding their own credibility. Deliberately spreading these falsehoods was their attempt to undermine and pull you down. The motivation behind this behavior stemmed from their raw, animalistic animosity. It's challenging to accept the need to treat this person with dignity instead of attempting to pacify their anger. While relationship issues may arise, it's crucial to leave the past behind and allow space for healing. However, they didn't relent. When their direct control over you was thwarted, they resorted to using others in a smear campaign aimed at tarnishing your reputation. They damaged your good name, eroded the trust of your colleagues and friends, and infiltrated your personal life. Their indifference to the pain they caused you reflected their delight in the opportunity to do so. Their rationale was to enhance their own self-worth by running a slanderous campaign, winning public favor, and isolating you. This is unacceptable, as it promotes revenge driven by jealousy, vindictiveness, or a cruel nature. Sin No. 5, engaging in extramarital affairs while also maintaining a relationship with you and attempting to keep it secret. When caught cheating, they endeavor to justify their actions. Who benefits from this explanation? When you try to hold them accountable, they label you as crazy, shift blame onto you, and portray themselves as emotionless. Such behavior is characteristic of a malicious person rather than someone disturbed, and are not currently prepared or willing to explore the disturbed aspect of their personality. This is a grievous development. Evil is engaging in actions you know are wrong, fully aware that the truth, when discovered by your partner, would cause them pain. And when confronted, you deflect blame onto them. If not evil, I don't know what else to call it. They inflict the ultimate betrayal by consistently lying and tarnishing your shared moments, with their narcissism shattering your capacity to trust, making this transgression unforgivable. Their regular and deliberate lies create an atmosphere where trust becomes impossible. Once you distance yourself and face reality, the illusion crumbles, revealing the entire relationship and situation as a mirage. Upon discovering the truth, individuals often experience shock and dismay, needing considerable time before they can trust again. Many never fully recover from the betrayal, suffering lasting damage to their ability to trust. The sixth sin involves the abusive use of one's body against another. While not all narcissists resort to violence, those who do can leave their victims so traumatized that they struggle to be around others. It may take years, if not decades, for victims to overcome the fear of their abuser returning to inflict harm. They become uneasy in their own skin, triggered by situations that still feel unsafe or environments lacking adequate physical protection. Growing up with a narcissistic parent, I have a zero-tolerance stance on physical abuse. Resorting to violence doesn't just depict someone who lacks self-control, but someone who has entirely forsaken empathy. Their actions stem from the rage within them, and their demonic, satanic side reveals a complete disconnect from their true selves. Exploitation marks the seventh and final cardinal sin. Narcissists hold themselves in high esteem, considering others as expendable. Fueled by their superiority complex and an inflated sense of self-importance, they treat people as disposable commodities to fulfill their needs or evade pursuers. When pursuing someone, their interest isn't genuine but driven by a desire for personal gain, be it in money, sex, material possessions, or any other advantage. Love, compassion, and concern hold no appeal to them. Their focus is solely on what they can obtain by manipulating and deceiving others into falling into their traps. Seeing individuals as means to satisfy their primitive needs reveals their narrow focus on self-preservation. The complexities of exploitation will be explored further in an upcoming episode. If you've stayed with me, I hope you found this episode insightful. Share your thoughts in the comments, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and spread the word. Stay tuned for the next segment as we delve deeper into the journey of recovery.